Everybody, this is Caesar with Small Engine Velocity coming at you with another video, and it has to do with a carburetor, not a KPR 200, a Ruckus, or a Zuma today. My buddy came over and we did some work on his bike, like I do often with other people's bikes, and we took his carburetor off, and we're going to go ahead and do a cleaning and rebuild and all that stuff with that carburetor so that he can put it back in, and possibly, if I have the right jets, to go ahead and jet it up a little bit so that he gets some more power out of it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get that started. But first, let's roll the intro. Okay, so I haven't taken anything apart yet, but I got everything on the table. We'll go ahead, set the camera up, and we'll walk through the process of taking apart the carb, looking at it. I'm going to use the ultrasonic cleaner, which everyone doesn't have, but that's fine because you can use just regular cleaner. I'll just show you the places that you need to clean, put it back together, and you're ready to go ahead and reinstall the carburetor back into your bike. But remember, this is for a CSC TT250. Okay, so he gave it to me in this box right here, and this is his stock carburetor. The stock carburetor, he went ahead and did one of those Cologne Mikumi carbs, but I don't think that he's getting the full power out of it. And I think that I should be able to clean this one up and at least have him use it as a spare, but you know, you gotta clean it first. And I've never really taken one of these apart, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same as other carbs. I went ahead and took off the throttle up here. See, if you look, there's the spring and then the gasket right here. So we'll clean this part right here, and then I guess we don't have to throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner, but why not? And then here's his carb. It's been drained of fuel. Here's the choke. See? So you can use different levels for the choke right here. So we don't really need to mess with that. We'll leave it in an open position. I'm sure the ultrasonic cleaner would be okay with that. So we'll go ahead and get a Phillips screwdriver and take these 1, 2, 3 off. Alright, we'll go ahead and take these screws out the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's interesting because the screws, they have lock washers on them. Oops. Take the bowl off. And it doesn't look like immensely dirty. But it's been sitting for a year, 6 months. So let's go ahead and clean it out anyway. Yay! Need to push this pin out right there. So I can pull this out. Clean that. There. Doesn't seem to be anything else to clean. Let's go ahead and get the jets out. Okay, here we are. Let's take the jets out. Is this really the whole jet? Oh, no, that's more than the jet. Well, let's take it all apart anyway. Slow jet. Go ahead and lock this down. It doesn't look like there's much more to disassemble. Alright, well, let's take these parts and throw them in the ultrasonic cleaner. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill some water up in this ultrasonic cleaner. Probably about 3 of these glasses. 1. 2. Actually, 2 is good enough. Alright, so let's get our parts. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. I'm going to set it to about 130 degrees. There's the carburetor. It's going to stick out, don't worry. We'll rotate it again later. And then we'll just throw these other pieces in here. Now the small jets and all that stuff's going to fall through, but that's fine. It's still going to clean on the bottom. And we'll get 100% sure that all those ports and stuff are cleaned. So when I turn this on, it's going to make a loud annoying noise and I'm going to have to go inside the house. So let's go ahead and start this. And I'm going to go inside for a minute. See, I don't know, you can't see it, but I can see it. It's already kicking up stuff off of the objects. So I'll put the lid on. Actually, I don't need the lid. And we'll come back in about 20 minutes and give it a check. I was told by someone to go ahead and try some cleaner. I'm going to pour a little bit of cleaner in here to help with the cleaning. Now, back to waiting. Alright, that should be enough. I don't know if you can tell, but it's much cleaner than it was before. There's still some bits and stuff in here, but that's stuff floating in the water. So we're going to go ahead and get some shop towels, dry them off, and then we're going to use air pressure. Now, if you don't have one of these, you just do it the old-fashioned way and use carb cleaner and spray it through all the orifices, and then maybe a little steel brush, rub it around everywhere. You know, you'll get the same thing done. This is just, I do a lot of carburetors and parts, so this kind of makes sense for me. I mean, it's for the YouTube channel. Anyways, let's go ahead and dry this off, and we'll go get the compressor and blow all the parts out. Remember, it's still water, so you don't want water in here because you'll get corrosion and rust. Okay, so first things first, got here, we'll put the jet back in. Put the slow jet and the main jet back in. We'll put this back in here. Put the spring in this right here. And the little seal that goes across the top right here. Uh-oh. So we'll put that in. Make sure it all stays together. Superman! It's gonna have to take that apart anyway whenever he switches to this carb. So look how clean that looks. Looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, so to find the... Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're gonna put the pin, oops, here. Float back on. Uh-oh. Why is it backwards? Back in. So there you go. Put it back together like so. Put these 3 screws back in. Fasten them down. There you go. Everything's back together and super clean. Put this back on. And there you go. We have a clean carburetor ready to be used whenever he decides to try to use it again. So we'll put it back in the container. And ta-da! We are done. Okay, well there you go. We have a full teardown of a CSC carburetor. The stock one, taking it apart and putting it back together and cleaning it. Now remember, if you don't have an ultrasonic cleaner, you can go ahead and use carburetor cleaner with the little red nozzle and just jet everything out. And do your best with a toothbrush or something like that to kind of clean out some of that grime. And then do the exact same thing when you're putting it back together. If you found anything interesting or any questions about anything that I just did, go ahead and leave a comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe. And hopefully this will help some of those CSC TT250 people, or people with that same type of carb. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.